I'm going to cover the built-in reports with Hyperion Planning. There is a required setup step which we'll cover. It was also covered in lesson 1, setting your point of view. Okay, the reports are built into Hyperion. You can launch directly from SmartView and just go to the task list, look for the section that says Review Results. But before we do that, I want to remind everybody of a couple of built-in task lists, web forms that give you some nice results right away. So I've already connected to our system and opened our task list, and I've already ran these web forms. So there's one called Input and Adjust Calculated Values. So this is where you put in your overrides, but it also has a calculated results section. And then down below, the total results. So this is a great place to quickly check what are the values, for some of my accounts. And it also includes prior year actuals. So great place to go. Another one is the Modify Headcount web form. That's right here. Just double click on it. And for the planning cost center you're on, you'll get prior year headcount up until the current period and any future forecasted headcount. Now remember, we can expand any of these sections that have the plus. You can either walk down the tree this way or just unhide all the rows. I like to unhide all the rows. And this is where you'll be entering your head count. But it's also a great place to see the prior year actuals. And lastly, there is a Review Drivers and Resources web form. It's this last one here, Review End Result Statistical Drivers. And you can see it gives you the revenue for any drivers you've defined, as well as the beginning and ending balances of any resources you've defined. So all you have to do is just click on these, hit refresh, and you get a result. So back to the agenda, that's what we've covered here. Now we're going to look at some built-in reports that are a little more sophisticated. On the task list, they're down here under Review Results. You expand it, pick the report of your choice, and just double click. This is going to launch the browser. So you see my browser window opened, and I'm not already logged in, so I'm going to log in now. Now for each report, you'll have to at least select your organization. You may have to do a one-time setting for some other dimensions such as scenario. So I'll provide a list of the dimension values. Again, you'll be focused on your organization. That's either your CAT 10 or a planning cost center. But some of these other dimensions will come up depending on the report. Perhaps the most common one is scenario, and it would be set for working forecast. So now I want to pick my organization if I happen to know it, and you will from the planning cost center. You can just run it like this. So I'm going to do that because right now I just want to show you what some of these reports look like. Okay, this particular report, the P&L summary, actually asks for a comparison scenario. So pretty straightforward. I'm just taking next year. I'll say OK. So there we go. I've got a report on my screen. Now I'm going to go launch another report, and then we'll come back and show you some other things. Notice I just double-clicked on the report name right here off of the task list, and it's launching my browser, and now I'm being asked for the scenario and org. Notice how it remembered the scenario and org from my other attempt. So once you set these things, they will default in nicely. So I ran that report, and here's my results. Now notice we have a tab for each report. I can click on this box here and change the org. It's pretty consistent that way. There's a couple other features. I can certainly look at the report here. I can print it. I can look at it as a PDF. Once I open it as a PDF, I'll go ahead and do that on this one. I then have my PDF, I guess, commands available to me. You know, I can zoom in, zoom out, print, save, whatever. Probably the most popular, I think it'll be the most popular feature. For all these reports, you can export them. So you can export to Word, PowerPoint, or Excel. And it's kind of neat the way it works. So I'm exporting this to PowerPoint. And there we go. I have a nice PowerPoint slide with the report in it. Let me go back to the browser because I know most folks most of the time are going to export to Excel. So we'll do that. File, Export, Excel. It's that simple. For all these exports, you can open, save, save as. So I'm just going to click Open. It'll launch Excel. There we go. I now have an Excel file with a nice logo. And I can do whatever I want. Delete columns, delete rows, put in colors, shading, you name it. It's all there. The last feature I want to show, and this is starting to move into advanced features, is all of these reports can be exported or opened in what they call query ready mode. So see down here at the bottom, I have a hyperlink for query ready mode, the P&L summary. Here it is. Same thing. Let me zoom in so we can actually read it. Going down to the bottom right. Well, that's what I get for not rehearsing. This particular report does not have an opening query mode feature. So let's go back to this dashboard, and I'm just going to click here. Okay, and this file opened in Excel. I can now change my dimensions and basically customize this query. I lose some of the pretty formatting, but I can now further customize my report. Okay, lastly, I want to show everybody how you can search for your organization. So if you've already opened a report, you can click on this organizational button, and you'll see a screen that looks like this. Now you can look for your organization, or you can try searching for it with the star. If you know the code, it's more realistic that you would know a planning cost center code. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's do this for a planning cost center. You know, the numbers of these cost centers are on the far left. So 7781 is one that I've been working with a lot. Let's come back here, and if I do the star 7781 star, it'll take me right to that planning cost center. I can say OK, and now my report will update just for that planning cost center. So that's all I wanted to show you, how you can change the organization, how you can search for the organization. I guess I should mention, if you want to search for the organization name, the names are here in this column. The only trick here is the column is named default. So I need to change this to default, and I can search for transportation. And there we go. There's the CAT 10 for transportation, AAM C10. And I can now update the organization and run the report for transportation. And there we go. The results have been refreshed. Thank you very much, and good luck with your reports.